Welcome back to Trader's Audio Edge. Today's message is direct. Hope is not a strategy, especially not in trading. But if you've been in the markets for any length of time, you know how easy it is to fall into the trap. You take a trade, it moves against you. The signal is gone, the structure is broken, and you're sitting there, hoping it turns around. Hoping it comes back to break even, hoping you can still salvage it. And in that moment, you've already crossed a line. You've stopped trading your plan. You've stopped using logic. And you've started trading on emotion. We all want to feel in control, but the moment you start hoping, you've given that control away. You've handed it to the market. A force that doesn't care about your feelings, your expectations, or your need for a win. The market doesn't respond to hope. It responds to structure. It rewards clarity, decisiveness, and discipline. Hope might feel good in the moment, like you're giving the trade a chance. But underneath that hope is hesitation. And hesitation kills edge. It clouds your thinking. It drags you into decisions you wouldn't make if you were being honest with yourself. Because when you're hoping, you're not accepting what the chart is showing you. You're resisting it. You're making it personal. Think about it. When's the last time you exited a trade not because your stop was hit, but because you couldn't take the emotional pain anymore? When's the last time you ignored your rules just for one setup because this one feels different? That's not strategy. That's hope disguised as conviction. And over time, it's lethal. Because it teaches your brain that breaking rules is okay when emotions are high. And that rewires your discipline at the worst possible time, in the heat of the moment. Real strategy means you know what conditions must be met before you enter. You know where your stop goes before you even click the button. You know when the trade is broken, and you know how to respond. It's not rigid. It's prepared. Strategy gives you room to act decisively because you've already done the thinking in advance. Hope, on the other hand, is what fills the gaps when you haven't prepared. When you don't have a plan for what happens if the trade moves against you. Hope steps in when fear takes over and says, maybe it'll be fine. But in trading, maybe isn't a plan. Hope leads to holding losers too long. Hope leads to averaging down without justification. Hope leads to skipping stops and then scrambling to fix the damage later. And each time you do it, even if the trade works out, you're reinforcing bad behavior. You're teaching yourself that breaking your plan might still be rewarded. But here's the thing. Bad process that leads to a good outcome is still bad process. And eventually, it catches up with you. What separates consistent traders from inconsistent ones isn't intelligence. It's how they respond when things don't go their way. Consistent traders don't need to hope because they have a framework. They can take a loss without spiraling. They can sit through a choppy session without forcing trades. And they know that success in this game isn't about avoiding losses. It's about managing them. Hope asks, what if this works out? Strategy says, here's how I'll handle it if it doesn't. So ask yourself, do you have a real plan? Do you know what signals validate your trade and what invalidates it? Do you have clear rules about when to exit, not just when things are going well, but when they're falling apart? If not, now's the time to fix it. Because every moment you're in a trade without a clear exit plan, you're not trading, you're gambling. And hope has no edge in the market. Start reviewing your trades for moments of hope. Look for the trades where you stayed in just a little too long, hoping it would reverse. Look for the ones where you moved your stop just this once. Be brutally honest. That's how you build awareness. And awareness is what gives you the power to change it. This isn't about removing emotion. It's about managing it. It's about noticing the moment when hope creeps in and choosing discipline instead. Choosing to follow your plan, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it means taking a loss. Because trading isn't about being right. It's about being repeatable, and there is no repeatability in hope. So the next time you find yourself in a losing trade and your brain starts whispering, maybe it'll turn around. Remember this: hope is a feeling, but your plan is a tool. One gives you comfort. The other gives you control. Choose control. Because hope won't save your account, but strategy will.